So, Trent's cocktail tips number 3.
In fact, Trent's travelling cocktail tips number 3.
Do apologise.
And here we are in another charming guest house in the area of Jakarta, which is in fact an area in the capital city of Indonesia, Jakarta. And let me show you around this charming guest house, because we're actually spending rather a lot of money in this guest house. This is what in Lonely Planet they rather nauseatingly call a splurge. Take a little look around our charming surroundings. Colour television, private bathroom, air conditioning, comfortable bed, which is a lot more than can be said for our previous guest house, but we'll say no more about that for the time being, and that's a euphemism. Indeed, we'll hold reservation on the entirety of Jakarta for later posts. But we distract as to why we're actually here. And the reason that we're here is for me to share with you another one of my famous Trent's travelling cocktail tips. Now, what you will need for this particular famous cocktail of mine, which I have tentatively named Trent's Jakarta Jamboree, is some Mansion House vodka. And this particular delicacy is actually made in Indonesia. It's 40% volume, and if memory serves, it sells to the sum of 50,000 rupees. Now, if you take into consideration that 50,000 rupees equates to somewhere in the region of £2.80, is that right?
£2.50 now.
£2.50. It's like 20,000 rupees
to the pound.
To the pound. You're starting to get an indication as to how hard it is to work out your shopping bill here. You don't want to go to Tesco's, or indeed any supermarket in Indonesia, and have. Emma and I actually blew 1 million rupees within an hour of taking out of an ATM this morning. But I digress, right? So what you will need for Trent's Jakarta Jamboree is a generous dose of Mansion House vodka, and you'll need to throw it into a plastic bottle such as this, which you have prepared earlier. I need to save a little bit for tomorrow because we're off to Jakarta. Is that right, Emma?
Jakarta.
It's Jakarta. You can tell I've been drinking, right? So we're off to Jakarta tomorrow, and that's going to take 8 hours on the train, but we're rather looking forward to it. So we're having a final blitz this evening, and as you can see, our bags are packed and ready to go, and it's only 11 o'clock. What you'll need to top that up with is a little dose of Pepsi Blue. Now this is a local Indonesian favourite, and you may wonder why it's called Pepsi Blue. We did. We thought it might have, some hidden taste property. But in fact, it tastes exactly the same as Pepsi until you do this. Yes. You can suddenly see why it is that we realise that it has cocktail potential. I'm not going to waste a whole can of Pepsi Blue because it will spoil the volume. What you then need to do is give a good old rock and roll shake. And speaking of rock and roll, we were in Malacca the other day, and we did actually see the original red checkered jacket worn by Bill Haley's keyboardist, and we will put this up as a photograph. Oh, did you see that? Tacklecore punk rock, right? And speaking of tacklecore, we have actually seen a few punk rockers on the streets of Jakarta, and we may very well come back here and try and catch up with the punk rock scene. But Jakarta's pretty hardcore, and we've done like 48 hours here and we're going to have to bail tomorrow. But, you know, punk's not dead. Tacklecore especially so. Laugh out loud. So let's give it a little try. Delicious. As always. Very, very nice indeed. I'd like to tell you it's going to be a late night, but we are going to try and have a bit of an early night here. Least of all, because to stay here, you have to have a bottle of this. This is a Baygon anti-mosquito, cockroach and fly killer. I mean, this place has got the worst traffic pollution and mosquito infestation that I've ever encountered in my life. But hey guys, you know, we haven't even got to Vietnam or Cambodia yet, right? But we're getting there. Take care.